Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. So today is the 25th of December 2024, Christmas Day. I really wanted to do a video just before Christmas that I could put out and say I really appreciate you guys that have sort of watched my channel, take the time and trouble to watch my dribble and stick with me, likes, comments, it all really helps. I know it's a bit of a YouTube cliche, but I really do appreciate it. And it doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and if you do subscribe and comment, that really does help the algorithm with the videos, and it just maybe get other people to find the videos that might or might not like some of the dribble that I put out. So yeah, I really would appreciate that if you can take the time and trouble to sort of like, subscribe, share and click that belly thing. Anyway, enough of that. I'm sure you've already heard that hundreds of times. So as I say, today is Christmas Day, and it was important to me at least to say Happy Christmas to everyone, Happy New Year. And then I thought, well, it's a bit late now, so how am I going to get around this problem, I thought to myself. Then I thought, I know, I'll do a Christmas speech of sorts. I'm sure that, you know, if the King can do it, so can I. I mean, I'm sure that there might be one or two people more watch the King than this, but I can live with that. So my channel, Patch Trains UK 1. What am I going to do with it, or what's going to happen to it in 2025? Well, firstly, I seem to be having a fair degree of success with the shorts. No one's really complaining, and I feel that that's a good way of sort of keeping up to date with the practical rail scene of the day. A lot of people sort of, or people that are, let's say, non-railway related, or maybe don't understand the railway like we do, has asked, you know, why would you sort of stand on a bridge and sort of film a train? You know, you stand on a bridge for 2 hours and the train takes 10 seconds to come past, and then you walk away with a big smile on your face. Like, is that really the best use of your time? And I say to people, well, yes, because what we're actually doing is documenting history. As much as to them it's just a train, and I totally appreciate that, to us it's something a little bit different. Guys, in the 69 starting up now. The 69002 just started. That's really thrown me off that, sorry. Where did I get to? Yeah, so we're documenting railway history as of today. I was at a place called Buxton many years ago with a good friend of mine, and there was lots of 37s there, but it was also around the time when the 60s were just being introduced, and there was some 60s there. And he said to me, he said, you should really photograph these class 60s. And I'm like, what do I want to do that for? You know, they're going to be around forever. And he said, will they? And I'm like, yeah, of course they will. Needless to say, I didn't really photograph them. That was back in the days of the film as well, not digital like what we have today. But it's right. I mean, how many class 60s are left now? You know, it's only a handful, and they've all been sort of like rebuilt, so it was quite right, you know, surprising. And there will come a time also when you get these class 66s, it'll be, oh, I've really got to go out today because there's a class 66 on there, everyone will be happy, you know. Now it's like, oh no, not another class 66, you know, as ubiquitous as what they are today. You know, tomorrow there will be something else, something cleaner, I expect. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. But as I say, for today, I go out and we do sort of, I like to think that documenting the railway as it is today is quite important, at least to me, and maybe, just maybe, in a few years' time, when everything's changed yet again, someone might be able to find these videos and actually use them. As I say, I go back and I look at videos from the olden days or from the 80s, I think, crikey, you know, I wish, you know, I'd have spent more time then out doing stuff, but unfortunately, I don't have a time machine. Wish I did, but I don't. So that's that. Going forward from a model railway perspective, Phoenix Parkway, the channel originally was Patch Trains UK 1, was actually, I started that channel because I'd watched some of the other bigger YouTubers, and they were saying about, you know, they documented the build of their model railways. So I thought, well, that's not a bad idea. So that's why I started the channel again. When there's people coming. Where did I get to? Yeah, so from the model railway perspective, I've decided that Phoenix Parkway in places has been giving me a right pain in the backside. The point work going down in towards the depot has really not good. Now that is my fault. It's one of those things where I jump the gun far too much, and you live and learn. You'd hope that you'd live and learn anyway, and I've sort of done that, and now I've got to rip it all up and start again. It's the only way, but I haven't really sort of got round to that because I've been doing other things. Anyway, so I've been doing a lot of soul searching about what I can and can't do. So I've decided to start a new project. Now I'm going to start that with you guys from the ground up. I'm not going to say too much more about that in a moment, but hopefully early January we can start getting the baseboards for that built, and then I'll talk you through a little bit more about what it is I want to do. Now I've taken an awful lot of inspiration from a guy on YouTube called Boomer Dioramas. He models Canadian stuff. Now I can hear you sort of saying, oh, but we're not really interested in Canadian. And yes, I totally understand that, and I do get that. I mean, I'm a UK railway modeller, and I'm certainly not going to be going anywhere near the Canadian stuff. But the discipline of railway modelling and scenery and stuff doesn't really change whether it's Canadian, English, American or whatever. The fundamentals of a green tree is a green tree. There might be a different type of green tree, but you know where I'm coming from. And the same with grass. Grass is pretty much grass wherever you are. The guy actually, he built a roll-on, or a rail ferry, I think is probably what would be the best thing to. Princess Carrier was the name. Same as the ones that we would have had at Dover many years ago. And this thing is just phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. And even if you just go and watch just a couple of seconds of his channel, just to see that. I mean, he's sort of gone through, there's about 10 videos I think in the playlist where he sort of builds it. Everything is scratch built. And just what this guy does, it's just phenomenal. Amongst other things as well. And another thing is that I really like about him is he'll talk you through it. He doesn't just sort of like go, oh, this is what I've started with, this is what I've ended up with. You know, he'll talk you through how he built it, he'll talk you through some of the problems and generally how he gets on. And I think that's fantastic. And that's one of the things, I want to try and do some scratch building on the new layout. And I'm going to try and do the same thing. So I'm going to try and sort of go through some of my trials and tribulations. I'm no scratch builder, but I think following on from his inspiration, I'm going to have a go at it. And going forward from there, like this, to do it. Now, if anyone can tell me what these are, I would really appreciate it. Or even if you can tell me what you're meant to do with them. I mean, do you do that with them? I don't know. I mean, all these numbers on it, I thought they might have been like hieroglyphics or something from outer space. So I thought to myself that I might have just made myself millions. So I looked on eBay to see whether or not I could sell them. And it turns out someone's already beat me to it because there seems to be loads on there. So yeah, if anyone can tell me what it is you're supposed to do with these, I would really appreciate that. Don't drop them over the side of the railway bridge though. On a slightly more serious note, I really would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all the very, very best for 2025. And hopefully my channel and other channels like myself that are perhaps a little bit more light-hearted rather than the newsy sort of channels on YouTube can bring you a little bit of hope and happiness. I think we all need some of that at the moment. It's not necessarily a brilliant place out there or out here at the moment, but hopefully our sort of channels can sort of make you smile, and if we can do that, I think then it's worthwhile. Anyway, I'm going to leave it now because I think virtually every single locomotive within the yard is running, and you'll see me when we start this when I start this new build. Very first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with a bridge. I'm going to start with a 90% scratch built bridge. But I don't know where that's going to end up, and I'm sure that it's going to be all good fun, or not, as the case may be. But we'll see. Anyway, like I said, absolutely everyone have a fantastic Christmas, Happy New Year, and keep well, keep safe, keep warm. Thanks, bye.